it's Z, and today I'm going to be doing a story time slash mukbang. Mukbang! What am I mukbanging? What am I eating? My favorite place, Chipotle. They didn't sponsor me because I'm there probably every week. I made my girlfriend take me like 4 times. Yeah, and then I ate her leftovers. I can't get enough of it, you know. But I'm actually gonna go outside and and then we're gonna get this story popping. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Got my Chipotle. I put my chips in a tray. Okay, where do I even start? I'm gonna insert pictures so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, right? That's good, y'all. Okay, so it started off with me and my ex had an apartment together, right? So we're in an apartment and stuff was just not going right, you know. Money wasn't flowing. Money wasn't flowing. And everything was just kind of hitting the fan. We needed to pay rent. Rent wasn't getting paid. And I'm like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? And then finally she had a friend. We're gonna call this hoe. We're gonna call her M. Okay, M. So her friend M moved in. As she's moved in, well, let me be clear, she didn't move in. She was sleeping on the couch. And I'm the type to, buy some food, make sure she can eat, had towels, rags, trying to help her out because her fiance we're gonna call Mac. M and Mac, right? They used to get in like big arguments and we'll be outside screaming, and then one night, they were screaming at each other and Mac got arrested because Mac got caught. It cut off for me, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not have time to wait to get that together, but I do have my turtles, so I'll meet my turtles while I finish the rest of the story. So I left off at I was telling you about M and Mac used to get in a lot of fights, and this specific night they had gotten in a fight really bad. The cops that came, and Mac got in trouble because they was already looking for her because she punched somebody in the sheets. When I tell you this stuff, y'all, this shit is 100% facts. 100%. And it's literally a lot. It's kind of a lot, so don't judge. Once Mac ended up going to jail, I picked up M so, we could help her out. I didn't like the hoe at all. But at the time, it was my ex-friend, and I'm thinking like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna do what's right, whatever. So then, after having M there for maybe like a weekend, she discovered that the bail was like, how much was it? Like $300. It was $3,000. You know anything about people who go to jail? You only have to pay like 10-15% to get them out. Oh, y'all, this shit kind of thick. Yeah. It was about like $300, right? Before Mac went to jail, we were hanging out with M and Mac, right? They were staying in this hotel by this like little casino. If you live in like the Winston area, Greensboro, I don't know where they have it at. They might have it everywhere. I don't know. There's a thing called fish tables where they're like gambling, but it's like games. They used to be there all the time. And gambling their life away because they had to make money for rent, because they were paying at a hotel a week, which was like $800. So they need to flip money, and neither one of them hoes could really work because they were just wanted in the fucking city. Like, I don't know why I was hanging out with these type of people, but you know what? My suburban ass made it out, so that's all that matters. Speed the story up because this kind of goes into how my car fucked up, but it's really the people that you need to memorize, We ended up, bringing her in. I told her she could stay there. She had this guy she would sneak off to go see, because her fiance didn't like him, because I'm assuming she knew that he and her were kind of semi trying to be involved, and mind you, yes, this is her fiance, but they be close to each other, and she's kind of weird, whatever. Girl, M decides that once Mac was in jail, she was gonna go to, we're gonna name this nigga, we're gonna name him Lame, because he's fucking lame. So Lame, she decided she was gonna ask Lame to put all their stuff and to stay there and slash make money or whatever you're trying to say. So my ex used to dance. Kind of. The bitch barely danced because she would never really go dance. But semi said she danced and she would try to put this facade like, oh, I go make money, I make my bands, da 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 da. But the bitch got synthetic wig on. Now pause. I'm not saying synthetic wigs are bad, but when the shit is matted up, like you can't even tell if it's a body wave, a straight, or a curl. It's a matte ball raccoon nest in the back of her head. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, girl, ain't no way you really got money and you're smoking cigarettes. That's crazy, right? She's like, and I would say she been like a year older than me. At this time, I was 21. Yeah, she was 22. And next thing I know, we just started going to Lame's house all the time because Lame, quote unquote, had niggas that was gonna have money. I'm dressing these hoes up because I'm thinking, oh, they instead of them dancing, they're gonna go here and I guess be some party girls or whatever. So I'm dressing these bitches up. I told M, I was like, listen, I got this wig for you. I had a wig for my ex because she didn't have any hair. And I'm like, this can, give you a doll y'all up. I'm doing their hair, I'm doing their makeup, I'm doing my hair and my makeup. My ex, she had girly clothes that I majority of the time helped her pick out. So she's wearing also her clothes. It's just a lot going on. And we're going over there every day for probably like 2-3 weeks. Mac is calling like, where's the bell? Where's the bell? Because mind you, it's only $300. The girl got the money and literally spent it on weed. Oh, beans. Let's be mindful of what I'm saying. Weed, beans, cigarettes, and I think some food. And she didn't really eat real food. Like she liked like weird stuff like McDonald's all the time and like ham sandwiches. Like it was fucking odd, but no with like shredded cheese on it. She was very weird. And I don't give a fuck if you're gonna eat a sandwich, please have sliced cheese. What the fuck you mean shredded? Off topic. So we're going over there every day, and then I started noticing like they kind of Lame and M are getting kind of like touchy feely, and I'm like, okay, whatever, cool, After a while, they just started. She started saying how she wanted to take some beans, da 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 da, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is, right? So I ended up taking like six tarts. Yeah, I ended up taking 6 of those, 6 of jelly beans, and it had me off my ass. You can only imagine what happened. If you ever had one, If you know, you know. So things went left, and next thing you know, like things just went left. Things went really left with Lame, M, me, and my ex. Things went left. That's all I'm gonna say. Next day, I feel horrible. I didn't eat anything. We were up to like 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like shit. So I'm like, I'm not doing that again. My ex, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that again, da da da. And then M is, she all hyped up because apparently, well, Mac is like a stud, I guess you could say, but she was more of those like hard presenting studs. Like she don't want to be like touched on for her. Not a touch me not, but she just don't want to be touched on like slapping ass, all that, da da da. So, I guess she enjoyed like feminine women. And, they all gassed up, and I'm over here like, I feel disgusting. I would never do that again, da da da. And then, yeah, like, it just turned into just kind of an uncomfortable situation, because next thing you know, Lane wanted to be around all the time. Emma's going to Lane's house, sleeping with him all the time. It just got mad weird. No money was made! No money was made. So I'm sitting here like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm trying to figure out why we ain't got no money made and the rent about to come up. Like, what the fuck? So, fast forward. Everything hit the fan. A lot of stuff happened. I'm not going to get into that because that's my business. But a lot of stuff happened. And I ended up kicking M out. And when I kicked M out because the bitch was weird. And when Matt called my phone, because the girl didn't pay her bills so she can get calls from her, she was calling my phone. When Matt got her phone, called my phone, I told her everything that happened. I'm like, yeah, she slept with this. She over here. Y'all stuff is over here. Didn't give a fuck. Nope. She's like, wow. Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah. It's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. So then, randomly, I'm just doing like, I think DoorDash or Instacart or some shit. And Matt calls me. He's like, hey, can you pick me up? Who took you out of jail? She's like, oh, somebody bailed me out. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, good for you. Yeah, I got you. I'll pick you up. I'll drop you off. She want to be dropped off. Where M at? Where's M at? Lane's house. Hunching every day. Multiple times. ignoring her calls while she's in jail. Her fiance. She go in there, she blow up, whatever, cool. And then tried the whole thing, and then M tried to fight me because she was mad. I didn't give a fuck. The bitch was stupid and bipolar. And I don't mean that in a, oh, she's bipolar and she just off the wall. No, I mean like the bitch was clinically bipolar and would not take medicine. So I was not going to argue with that. You know. Especially because I don't fight, but I don't, So I definitely was being a bigger person there. I had a pretty face. And I'm sure I'm not going to be doing that, like, fighting shit, you pulling my hair. Bitch, you're a bum. You're a bum. So, after M and Mac left, randomly, like, maybe like a week later, I think I started my junior year of college. Me and my ex were asleep. I'm wondering, like, what we gonna do about money, whatever, cool. In my head, I'm thinking, we're gonna figure it out. So I wake up one day, and I see her sneaking, trying to get my keys. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, smiling, smirking, her dumb ass. She always used to make that fucking smirking face of like, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, nothing, go back to sleep. I'm like, you're taking my car. What are you doing? Your phone's not on and you're taking my car. And you're trying to do it while, and you're trying to sneak. What is this? You can just simply ask me or I can go with you. She's telling me that the lame has another baby mama. And talk about she's been trying to get in contact with him. He ain't saying nothing, And I'm like, what the fuck they got to do with you? But whatever, So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I still didn't understand why we were going. I still didn't understand what was the point. But, she wanted to go take this girl to some man that she went and laid up with. But whatever, I'm not going to get up into that. Okay, cool, let's go. We get the girl. Apparently the girl was known for fighting, all this other bullshit. She was like 19. Lame is like 28. 19, 28. The girl's pregnant. She like 7 months pregnant, 8 months, So I'm like, this is already weird, but I mean, hey, you're not finna go by yourself, So then we get in the car, we go pick her up. We get there. We decide to park the car like across from the apartment complex, She go in there, she's smashing windows, banging on the door, smashing windows. We can see because it's like you going up like stairs. I can't describe it, but if you've ever been to like the Embassy Suites, in the inside of the Embassy Suites you can see all the rooms. That's basically how it was on the outside. That's how the apartments were. So everybody's outside. It's midday, and she in there, she banging on the door, she starts bashing the windows in. I'm like, oh my god, whatever, cool. So she's going crazy. They're not fighting, but they're kind of like tussling because she's really rough, And I'm like telling her like I don't want to go. She's like, well, we have to take her back home. And I'm like, well, why are we even doing this in the first place? Like, I don't know this girl. You don't know this girl. You're in my car. Like, I want to go home, And mind you, 2 days prior to this, I got my wallet stolen out of my car. So I'm like, I'm not really feeling the vibe. No money, no wallet. Car was fucked up because my brakes was all messed up. And I had just got them fixed. It was like $800. So I'm like, what is going on, So next thing I know, we're just sitting there. And I see Lane come up, right? He comes to the car. I'm thinking he about to yell, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Some simple shit. I have nothing to represent. Besides, I'm going to use my CeraVe moisturizer. I don't know what the nigga had in his hand. Came up to the car. Shling, shling, windshield. I promise you, I could not get that sound out of my head for like at least a month. It was just like sharp glass. It really felt like the police had busted the bitch open. He busted the front and the back on the left side, and then he made like a badass dent in the windshield, but it was like shattered, of course. He trying to reach in, he trying to grab my phone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? At this point, I am in shock. I have never dealt with anything like this. She was in the driver's seat because she was driving, so I was in the passenger, but you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot going on. We get out the car, he get out, he like, y'all trying to mess up my family, da-da-da-da-da-da. Nigga, you're the one that didn't have a third baby mama that nobody knew about, and then now, I'm not mad at my ex, because I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know about this bitch here, now my car busted. You have no broke. So I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you got me here in this situation. It made no sense. So I'm crying now. I'm bawling because I'm like, this is past just the fact that my cars got busted in. I have no family in Winston. Me and my ex were not doing well. I don't have no money. And I have not talked to my family because, I had pushed my family away because me and my ex, when you be with somebody and y'all start, get into it, or say even when y'all not getting into it, but you back yourself up from your family and your friends, it's because they're not the one. Or the two, bitch. Or the three. There's no, unless the family's toxic, that's a different story. But unless you have a close relationship with your family and all of a sudden you get with somebody and now they're weird. Let them go, So that was the situation I was in. I was like, well, damn, now I call my mama. I'm crying, bawling. She acting like I can't cry. She's like, stop crying. What do you mean stop crying? I just got my windows busting in. And then the niggas that was around the apartment complex, they come up and talk about something. I mean, that's what you get. I mean, you over here, y'all causing drama. Causing drama? I'm like, he just busted my windows, and he pull out his gun, talk about some da-da-da, your fat ass, da-da-da. Let me tell you one thing. People always call you a fat ass, even though they was in your face, trying to suck your titty. Why you trying to flex? Like you wasn't in my face. Like, let's be for real. And not even that. Bitch, I do got a fat ass. Be for real. My eyelashes not cooperating. But I'm still like, okay, this is just a lot going on. Whatever. Her sister ends up coming. Her aunt and her sister end up coming. And they're trying to calm me down. I'm still looking at them like, I'm a college student from Fayetteville. No family here. I barely talk to my family because of this bitch. And now she done got my window. Because let's be for real. She got my windows busted in. Because what were you doing trying to sneak my keys? What were you doing? So I call the police. I tell them, they come there. I'm hysterical, whatever, cool. I tell them where he goes. I knew where he worked too, so I just was watching him, So I had to drive my car home. It was glass everywhere. It was just a lot going on. I called my best friend, told him what happened. Chance is like, what the fuck? He rushes up there. I'm hysterical. My ex just sitting there with a dumbass face like, oh, I'm gonna get him, trying to get all these niggas to get him. Why are we in this situation in the first place? I should not have been here. I don't live here. I don't know these people. And not even that. We knew Lame was lame. When we figured out Lame was lame, we should have left them alone. When we figured out Lame, M, and Mac were lame, we should have left them alone. But no, she wanted to be attention seeking because the bitch is bored. Maybe not get too much into that because I'm about to drag, but I'm not gonna read her rights right now. But anyway, I ended up having to get my car. I had told my mom. She's pissed. I had just started a new job. Now the baby mama, she want to fight us. The girl want to fight us because she like, y'all didn't say that y'all didn't need anything. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, well, I didn't even think you would be around. I thought that was going to be a secret. But I guess it came out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is just a different story. This is just a different level of a lot going on, So the girl end up trying to fight me. I had an anxiety attack, girl. Call my mama. Pick me up. And she did. Well, she told me to drive my car to like this place. I had bought a tarp, put it on there, put it in the storage unit until they could find a part from my windshields and stuff. She drove back to Fayetteville, drove back. I told my ex, I was like, listen, I'm just gonna go home. This is too much going on. I'm gonna leave. I can't do this. We don't got the money for the rent. You done call, now my life, I feel like my life is threatened because all these people know where we stay. Because when we were hanging out with them, everybody was trying to come over. And mind you, it's just me and her. Like, and she was little. So ain't nobody intimidated by her for real. And we don't have any male figure around us. So, they looking at us like we some young girls, they gay, da-da-da, and they not really taking us serious. So I'm like, bitch, you got everybody, all these people knowing where we live at and all this stuff, and you doing all types of weird stuff, like taking keys, running off on the plug, calling people up, meeting up other people's baby daddy. Like, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But I knew what was wrong with her. The bitch was dumb. After that, I came home for a little bit, and then I came back, and then that's when everything kind of hit the fan between me and her. She was like, you're going to break up with me. Like, she made it seem like immediately that's what I was going to do. I should have, because probably low-key in her head, that's what she wanted to do. But I should have, because, like, she was a dummy. And also, on top of that, I just had been put through so much emotionally right before my car, and then after my car, she was acting like a hoe, like a bitch. Like, how you, whatever. Let me fix this, hold on, y'all. My girlfriend said I look pretty today. She's so cute. I love her. Y'all, I ain't got no top lip for real. Yeah, she was like, you look so pretty. Please record that video. I was like, you know what? You fucking right. And I did it. Here you go. Let me hurry up before my iPad go down. I'm like, you know, I'm just distraught at this point. And once I got the car fixed, I just made the decision that I was coming back. I was leaving. I was breaking the lease. Well, I was gonna break it, but I was just leaving. I had it set up so she can go to her grandma's house. And I'm the type, like I said, I make people feel comfortable. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna take all my stuff because I bought it. And I'm thinking like, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, I can help you set up your grandma's house, get the bed, get you a whole bunch of stuff, split like things like lamps and comforters and pillows and towels, you know, all this stuff. And then she still ended up getting like the microwave and all this stuff because, you know, I was trying to make sure that she was good, even though we weren't really working out. And yeah, it just went left. And after that, like, she basically broke up with me, but I came back to celebrate our anniversary. Now, mind you, she knew what we was doing. We were celebrating our anniversary. I come back and I try to, you know, open her phone. Doesn't open. Oh, okay. We broken up. She like, yeah. And that kind of just started that whole free ball of like being dumb for like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. But you know, I should have beat that hoe when she got my car fucked up. Because everybody trying to make it seem like, well, it's not just you. It's not just you. It's not just you. Oh. Never paid for it. I was going to charge him, but I'm not gonna lie, at one point I was just kind of scared. And I know people might be like, oh, well, you could have got him in jail, but what happens when he get out of jail? Because you're only gonna go for like a couple years. Or what happens when people know where I stay, or people find where I stay, and then it's just a lot going on. And I really just didn't want to put myself in like a situation later on in life, you know. So I let it go. I took my L. My mama helped me. She helped me get it paid for. Thank you for having a good family, a good mama. You know, some can relate. No fucking shade. And I will never put myself in that situation again. Never. And yeah, and then after that, like, my engine locked up. Isn't that lovely, right? Isn't that lovely? Yeah, that's the story time of how I got my windows busted. And slash, that whole summer was kind of crazy. This is kind of like a summer, was it 21? Yeah, summer 21 story time. That's really what I just told you. And if you want more details, because there's like 5,000 more events that happen, like her give somebody a hand job in the back seat. You know what's funny? She probably gonna kill me for saying all this, but I don't care. But if y'all want a detailed video on shit that I had to go through, that I kept quiet for so long because I have story for days, comment below. Okay, once I see y'all, I'll be back. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I hope y'all enjoyed that story time. Definitely crazy, and I won't do that shit again. Mwah.